Welcome back, everyone. I think it's time to actually stop hating on an iPhone that I've actually hated as well quite a bit. I still don't think it's perfect and I think it still has a lot of issues, but as a consensus, when this iPhone came out, and it's actually the iPhone 12 mini, when this iPhone came out, it really kind of hit me right in my gut because the battery size just decreased like crazy, and I love that smaller size. I rendered a lot of different iPhones that were pretty much smaller and I called it the iPhone SE2, and with the iPhone 13 mini, Apple actually ended up fixing a lot of these issues, which I was really happy about. But with the iPhone 12 mini, what's so crazy is that this device, I think, has actually gotten a little bit better throughout time. And with almost every single iOS 14 version, it's gotten improvement after improvement. And after, being on iOS 14 for a while, the last versions of iOS 14, starting with like 14.8, it's actually gotten much better in the battery life department since even the first time that I've used it. Now, here's the thing. Not too long ago, I did a massive battery comparison between pretty much all the iPhones and all the Androids that I had compared to the iPhone 13s, and the iPhone 12 mini was doing a much better job than I expected. Now, to give you some perspective, this thing was pretty much 100% capacity, it was brand new pretty much when I bought it, and this thing was still on iOS 14, so we did not get on iOS 15 yet. And this device on standby, on being on the screen, playing games, this and that, was actually not as bad of an experience as I thought, and it was actually beating out a lot of my iPhones on iOS 15. So I do want to tell you, if you installed iOS 15 on your iPhone 12 mini, it probably would not have been as good of an experience compared to these other iPhones, but my 12 mini was beating my phones like an iPhone 11, my iPhone 12, which didn't make any sense at all, and some other iPhones too, and just those ones in and of itself really didn't make any sense to me. But when I looked at it, it seemed like and it looked like my iPhones that were on iOS 15 weren't really doing as good as my iPhone 12 mini on iOS 14. So what does that mean? Well, pretty much if you're buying an iPhone, if you're buying an iPhone right now that's brand new, it's probably going to be on iOS 15. So I would still kind of prefer picking up an iPhone with a bigger sized battery and different things like that. But if you currently have an iPhone 12 mini, I would highly recommend staying on iOS 14. From the first version of software that this thing got all the way to the ending of it, Apple did a great job at kind of improving the stability and improving the battery life of the iPhone 12 mini. And that goes for all iPhones across the board. But for my battery test, the iPhone 12 mini would still be more than enough battery life for me to get throughout my day. Now, to give you some perspective, my 12 Pro is 1:30 something in PM right now, and my battery life is still at 74%. If I had an iPhone 12 mini, this thing would probably be at like 60 something percent or 50 something percent. That's still more than enough battery life for me to get through. So although this phone isn't perfect, it's kind of too small for me, and the battery size isn't as big as something like the iPhone 12, at least Apple did a better job at improving the life cycle for the iPhone 13 mini. And I still think if you need an iPhone, the 12 mini is great, and I think the 12 mini is good, but I don't think it's a bad iPhone anymore, and I don't even think it's a bad deal if you pick it up for a good price. And for the size of it, I think Apple did a pretty decent job on it for sure. So it's going to be kind of sad because Apple's probably going to cut the iPhone 12 mini lineup or the iPhone mini lineup in general, but I think they did a good job with the 13 for sure. So in terms of that covers it up here. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.